Hi and welcome to Real Reviews. My name's Martin Carr and today I had the pleasure of talking to Jaime Leigh McIntosh and Heba Thorisdottir, who were the head of hair and makeup respectively on the new Damien Chazelle movie Babylon, which hits the US from the 23rd of December and comes to the UK on the 20th of January. So, let's get into that. So I'm going to jump right in with, I think, an obvious question. So considering that Babylon spans almost 30 years over the course of the film, what sort of challenges did that throw up for both yourselves as head of hair and makeup, respectively?
Like a challenge every day. It was always something new. Like every day was a new day. There was never where we could just settle in and be like, oh, okay, we got this now, and now we're just going to keep a little continuity. It was enormous. It was as much for us to digest and just always be on our toes all day, every day for the 70 something days we were shooting.
70,
And
Jesus.
yeah, it was just every single every single actor, like 150 of them and 6,500 background, had to come through hair and makeup. It wasn't just Tobey Maguire who had dirty, disgusting teeth. It was everyone in the movie, but most people like didn't show it.
It was a lot of research, put it that way, because Damien was wanting to do something very different with this film and not have it look like a cliche 20s film, I suppose, with the same hair and makeup that you always see. So that research was us digging a lot deeper than we normally would, instead of just kind of scratching the surface and doing what we have learnt and believe the 1920s is. It was trying to find all those images and references of things that we hadn't seen before that were a little weird, maybe a little wacky, maybe completely contemporary looking, and use those. And then, of course, we had Diego playing Manny, who did span right through to the 50s. So we needed to kind of have a progression with him visually that would kind of help tell that story and time process as well, and his kind of story arc. So that was very cool. It was a lot of back and forth between Heba and myself and Damien and Mary, the costume designer, and all working together to just try and make sure it all melds together really well and that nobody's kind of off on their own beaten path. But yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I was going to say, in respect to the three leads, so Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie, and Diego, who you've already mentioned, what is it that you think Damien brings to the table? Obviously, aside from being the writer-director on the project.
Oh, a wicked vision. Like his eye for detail and his depth of vision is just insane. Like it's amazing. And he's so collaborative and open to talk about anything. But yeah, what do you think, Hebs?
Yeah, I think, he is an amazing collaborator, and Damien is. And, all the actors just trust him. So whatever he kind of discussed with us, they were game for, including Tobey Maguire with that freakish makeup. And I don't think he had been warned about it. And he was taken back a little bit, like, you want to do what? And but they just trust Damien and they just go for it.
I was going to say, because he's obviously, this is a huge departure, I think, considering obviously you've got Whiplash, then you've got La La Land, then you've got First Man, and this is like it's almost like the studio just said to him, here's a load of money, go, we'll leave you alone and you can do what you like. And it's really bold and it's incredibly what's the word, I'd say it pushes the envelope to quite a degree. Obviously you were on the set for all of it, so for those scenes which are quite extreme, which kick off probably in the first 5-10 minutes and then carry on periodically through the film, how do you deal with that, either from your perspective of obviously your hair and makeup perspective, but obviously with the subject matter as well? How did you deal with those challenges, you both?
I would like to say something because
Please do.
I'm so happy that it actually comes across like that, that he just gets tons of money and gets to do whatever he wants, because it was not. And like,
Wow.
we cut our rates. We didn't, we didn't have the money to hire all the help we needed, or keep them as long as we needed. This was kind of like doing an independent movie in so many ways, because
Wow.
I think the first budget for the movie was for like 110 days. And then Paramount comes back and said, you get like 70 days. And this was like the longest, hardest thing I've ever done. And I've been doing this for a long time. And I've never had because everybody had to be done in this. And there is no tricks and there is no CGI.
No.
And like all these backgrounds you see, we actually did them. And they actually went through hair, makeup, and not necessarily like beautifying them, obviously, but like getting dirt. And then everybody has masks on and color their teeth. And then we have to put sweat on them, and that takes the dirt off. And, so it's a constant touch-ups, and, and it was like just enormous work that we had to do. And every day is like a new day, because there's no makeup in this where we can just hone it and feel like, okay, we got this now. It's like a smooth sailing. On every film set you do, there's kind of like one big scene that you're like, kind of like, oh my God, we have to prep for this. That was like every week with us. And it was just like, we would finish one huge thing. Like, I really never forget the first day of shooting. And I walked on set, and we had all these, like, we had 3 movie sets that were set up where we were shooting movie within a movie within a movie. So we're shooting it on, we're shooting a movie, and then we have these movie sets that we have a black and white camera shooting. So everything has to work in black and white and color. We had to put, 3 white guys into black makeup as Jungle Man, which is extremely sensitive issue. And it's like, it was just everything. And when I walked on set, my knees got weak. I was just like, fuck, we did it. And I didn't really know how, and then Mary Sophus comes up to me and she said, I think the guys in the black are supposed to have like white dots on them. And I was just like, what? I don't remember that picture. So we had to pull them back, put the dots on them. And then Damien is like, I want more of this and I want a little bit less here. And we were like, we just fine-tuned everything, and then it just came together, and it was just incredible. And it just felt like we walked into a 20s movie set.
How about yourself, Jaime?
Well, reading that script, I think just like watching the movie, you just get that little bit in and you're like, what is this? This is not what I was expecting to come from Damien Chazelle. Holy cow. And I was glued. Couldn't put the script down. I was just like, I can't wait to watch this film, because it's just go. And so many things that you're just like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. Oh my God, I can't believe they just did that. So for me, I was excited by just how different it was going to be to not only watch it, but to work on it. And I remember Damien's sister actually came in and did a little part on it. And I couldn't help but ask her, I was just like, did you know that Damien had this in him? Because just like, because all I could think of was La La Land to this other extreme, and I was just like, did you know that your brother had this script in him? Because it's so incredible, but so different than what he had previously done. So and it just, I mean, it tested all of us, just not only coming to terms with doing a different period film that wasn't the everyday, through from me down to, you know, the additional hair people that we were hiring daily, to them come in and go, that's not 20s. And it's just like, well, yeah, it is actually. We've done the deep research, and it existed because we found a photo or some footage of someone with this hairstyle. So it was there. And I think everyone they had so much fun. I mean, the Wallach party, the insanity going on there. I think we kind of warned people a little before hiring them, but some of them were just there like
we definitely had a disclaimer.
Yeah, it was a jaw-dropping, like, what is happening?
Yeah, because
it's experience that they'll never forget. They're gonna remember that.
That's true. I should imagine that's true.
yeah, and it doesn't happen, for everyone in their career, so it's pretty cool.
No, it's very true. As I said, I looked at when I was watching it, I was surprised that, as I said, you guys got away with some of the stuff you got away with. It really does cut close to the knuckle on certain things, and I won't talk about the Tobey Maguire thing. That threw me like I've never been thrown. I was like, oh my God, and you don't know where it's going, and then when it goes to where it's going, you're like, I don't really want to watch this. This is not I'm like that. And there was me, and I swear to God, there was me and like 6 other people in this screening room, and everyone's like that. And obviously you've seen the film, and he goes, keep watching, and you're like, I don't want to keep watching like this. But so yeah, it really took a left turn. Wow. I've got 2 really nice, easy questions left, and then I'll leave you girls in pieces. If you could experience, having gone through various decades in Hollywood history over the course of this film, if you could pick one to experience firsthand, which one would you pick and why?
Experience firsthand? Well, not the 20s. I think we've experienced that, but with the comforts of air conditioning. I don't know, Heba, what do you think?
I mean, don't we all walk out of the movie wanting to go to that Wallach party?
Yeah, I mean, but you wouldn't want to have worked in the industry at that time, would you?
No. I mean,
maybe for the parties.
I probably would have. You know what I mean? It's like, if you love it, you love it. You just do it.
Yeah, it's true.
And I mean, how many times have we been somewhere where we don't have air conditioning?
Oh, yeah, no.
Or comfort or anything,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so, I don't know.
I just want to go to the Wallach party.
So basically you're telling me you don't care about which decade, as long as there's a party involved, you're there. Is that about right?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Blinding. I think that's as good an answer as I'd ever hope for. So, and it's a little bit of a variation on the question I normally ask people, and I asked Jaime last time. But it being close to Christmas, for all of us, can you describe for me your perfect Christmas day?
Go Hebs. Mine's great.
I was like, I can answer Jamie Lee's perfect day. I'm from Iceland, so we celebrate Christmas Eve, and that's when we open presents and stuff. We don't have like the stocking thing, so I've never like really had that. So the perfect Christmas day for me is good food, hang in pajamas, read the books you got the night before, and just eat and hang with family. Yeah,
I'd go with that. And how about yourself, Jaime?
As little as humanly possible. I'm a little bar humbug, I'll say. So yeah, if I'm with family, then of course I want to spend it with them. But I quite happily also dodge the season.
Yeah, no, I'm in agreement too. I must admit, much to the harangue of my family. So, ladies, thank you so much for your time. This has been illuminating, and genuinely it has. And I thought the film was excellent. I wrote my review today, and I've typed up my notes, and I've been knee deep in the whole Babylon thing for a long time today. So, and you are the cherry on my cake. Thank you so much for your time.
Awesome.
And enjoy your Christmas, both of you. And lovely to meet you both. And Jaime, a pleasure again.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so
Take care.
much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Cheers now. Bye-bye.